Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 982 and today we are back with another brand new episode of the Spfl show. Now as you can see, it's the Holy Trinity, the better Trinity. And Gogsy's looking up because Div's stole his spot once again and we've got wee fancier banners and all that. We're moving up, ladies and gentlemen. The channel is actually gone in the right direction. And since I've put you down to the bottom this week, Gogsy, how's things, bro? How's things?
Oh, things are alright. But just going back to shite because Motherwell lost and I'm now relegated again. So,
right, yeah. It's all gone wrong for you, mate.
That's not going wrong this week.
Don't worry, mate. Feelings mutual. Sharpdiv himself, how's it feeling back being top tier, mate? How's it going?
It feels great. Personally, it feels absolutely amazing. My weekend, on the other hand, it wasn't that great.
Yeah. Oh, and here comes the Rocky Boy Johnson. I'll let his opinion's been on as well. So you've actually got 4 people here, the better 4 of the Spfl show. People's asking me where Ryan Mominate is. He is running late because of college, so he may be joining us if he can get away in time at some point. I'm sure he'll come towards the end of the show where he can talk about one result. But anyway, let's push that to one side. And we'll start with Sharpdiv because I started with goals last week. Which game would you like to speak about this week, mate?
I'm going to change the trend. I'm going to go for a very, very exciting game. Oh. Something that was full of surprises. I think a couple of years predicted it would be a draw. But anyway, the game in question is St Johnstone 3, Hearts 3. The first goal was scored by the saviour, the Lord himself, Stephen Johnson May. I'm not going to lie, I made up his middle name. But anyway,
I was going to say that's my name, my brothers.
he scored the opening goal. It was a really good finish, actually, and he was brilliant during the game. But Hearts fought back really, really well. Boyce get his second goal in 2 games. He's going to be a problem for Hearts. He, for me, will probably be a big difference for Hearts if they're able to keep goals out on the other side. Naismith, again, gets 2 in as many weeks. He gets his cell on the score sheet. But in the second half, Hearts just capitulated. They almost turned into the team that everybody has expected to see of them up until the Rangers game last week, and it resulted in them going 3-2 behind. Goals from McCann and a penalty from Stevie May again. He gets a brace, and he was really, really buzzing about. And in the end, Claire, actually, who as well has been top-notch under Stendhal, managed to get the equaliser with a brilliant volley in the 91st minute. Really, really exciting game of football. A game that I probably didn't expect to be as good, but a lot of talking points, a lot of goals, and it was decent, decent.
It was actually a really, really good game of football. It was very surprising going, and I think we all predicted draws like Div said, but I need to speak about him because I spoke about him last week and I says there's a potential for him to go on that wall, but unfortunately St Johnstone blew it because they didn't start him against Celtic, but they started him versus Hearts, and you see what he does, lads. He just scores goals for fun. He's a machine. It's Stevie May, and I think one thing we need to talk about is late in the game, just before Hearts actually grabbed the equaliser, Stevie May hit a volley for the halfway line that almost went in.
He did indeed.
Fucking, if this second half of this season doesn't just show everything's flipped, that little moment right there when Stevie May's hitting half volleys for the halfway line and it almost grabs him a hat trick. No wonder everything's gone wrong, man. Honestly.
Just as the ball was leaving his foot, CJ, I thought I was in another universe. I thought I don't know what. I just thought I'd flipped into another dimension or something because
something's happened.
I thought I was going to nestle in the net. What a strike! What a strike from Stevie. I watched his post-match interview as well, and it looked like, I don't know, he looked like he was just out the stands as well with his wee Nike hat and stuff like that.
He was so good, wasn't he?
Aye, man. I'm starting to warm to Stevie. I really am. If he can put performances like that in, then I think I'll put him up in the wall as well. But he needs to do it against another team, like if you know what I'm saying. It really does.
There needs to be one. Gogsy, how did you feel about this game from a St Johnstone perspective? 3 goals at home.
3 goals. I was really surprised that the game. I was surprised the game had goals because I had 0-0.
That's right. 6-goal thriller.
So I look like a fanny, but I also got the point for the prediction. But
I know that.
To Johnson, but they'll be absolutely gutted that they've let Sean Clare score that goal right at the death. But I mean, 3 quality goals as well. I mean, of course, they got one for the penalty spot, but the goal that Ali McCann scored was fantastic, and it's also an assist by Stevie May. So, May, if May's not in your top 5 this week, I don't know who is.
Exactly, Gogs. He has to be there. There is one wee moment I was speaking. Obviously, you touched on Boyce there. I think we all agreed when he signed, he was going to be the difference maker. That's obviously scored versus Rangers. He scored again. He's going to be a big player for Hearts. But Naismith also got on the score sheet again today with a wee bit of a Nani-esque goal. If any remember when Ronaldo done a wee bit of skill, chipped the goalkeeper, it's gone in, and Nani went and stole it. That's exactly what happened here. Suter does an overhead kick. The ball's gone in. Naismith's like, can froze himself in it. And I thought that was quite funny. You saw Suter, he was like, you bastard. Did you see him? He was like, celebration. He was like, oh, you're a bastard. And they were having words after it, just like laughing and joking. But that was a good wee moment for them. Good goal. Good advert for Scottish football. 6-goal thriller. Perfect way to start the show as well. Gogsy, where are we going next, mate?
Next, we are heading to Kenwalk. We'll go Hibernian 2, St Mirren 2.
Okay, let's go for it. 4-goal thriller. Okay.
So, new signing, Conor McCarthy from Cork City headed Saints in front. And then Tony Andrew made it 2-0 to St Mirren with his first goal since September. And Scott Allen pulls one back after doing a 1-2 with Martin Boyle, and Doige equalised just before half-time from an Omiyonga cross. Hibs hit the bar directly from a corner in the second half, and there wasn't really much else to go on, as pretty much all the action happened in the first half. The game just fitted out. And it finished 2 each. I'll throw the thoughts back to you guys.
I just want to mention, see for the first goal, because I first thought, what an absolute screamer at the head. Look at the distance. But then I watched the defending. They went zonal, and they've just, like, I didn't understand zonal marking for corners. Never have. Like, at least have a couple of people in the man. The boy's got the entire thing. He runs all the way for the back, all the way to the front. They're all standing like that, and they just watch him run and score. I noticed they actually abandoned that zonal tactic in the second half with a couple of corners, so I don't think you'll see much of that going into the other there. But how do you feel from a St Mirren perspective? Obviously, they are playing football. We talk about this every week, but they're just not getting these wins. 2-0 up, Easter Road, playing brilliant, fell away. How are you feeling about St Mirren in this game, Div? Are they going to be upset coming away from Easter Road with a point?
They should be very upset, because they gave themselves every opportunity to go away with the 3 points. St Mirren are the worst performing team away from home. They would sit dead last if it was on away form. And when they go 2-0 up through that header, what a header it is, to be honest. Right. He's looked like a great signing for a young 21-year-old. He's slotted right in, gets the goal. They go 2-0 up. You're thinking they could actually cause an upset here. But straight away, they didn't hold on to it for near as long as they would have liked to. Scott Allen, who, again, put in a really strong performance, gets his 5th goal of the season as well. And then before you know it, it's 2 each. To be fair to St Mirren, though, I thought that if any team was probably going to get that 3rd goal, it was them, because they did have a couple of opportunities again into the second half. But in the end, it kind of petered out, and it finishes 2 each. But for them, I'd be very disappointed, because obviously they've went to some of the stronger teams in the division, and they like to sit back. Whereas in this game, they decided they would be a wee bit more expansive. They did get their 2 goals, but they just absolutely
expect them to go back.
Exactly, and they don't. They just they concede goals that they wouldn't have conceded against the likes of the Old Firm, because it was just very easy for Scott Allen just to kind of wander in the box and slot it in the net. Doige, on the other hand, he got his 15th goal of the season. Brilliant. Never scored his first goal until November, I believe, which is absolutely scary. It just goes to show how good he is. I mean, everybody talks about Shanklin and how good Shanklin is, scoring all these goals and stuff like that. He scored a hat-trick against Shanklin's team in the Scottish Cup the other day. Yep. Do you know? But he's not getting as much headlines and stuff. He's some player. I never thought I would see the day that I said that about Big Doige. He just seems to be in the right place at the right time and get the goals. Because I remember I called him worse than a man doing. But anyway,
I think I agree with you when you said that. But I want to ask the people in the comments as well, because we have the first referee decision of this week's episode to talk about. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, there was a possible penalty incident for St Mirren late on the game of football. So I'll go to yourself, Div, first, and then obviously we'll leave our technical referee to the very last. Should St Mirren have had a penalty in this game around about the 70-odd minute where it looked like they're obviously been the game winner? What about for you? goes down.
No, I don't think it's a penalty. But
Anywhere near it.
obviously, my opinion on this show is just irrelevant because obviously we've got the expertise of the technical referee. So I don't personally think it is, but I'm sure Gogsy will be able to enlighten me or enlighten the people.
No, it is not a penalty.
Oh, thank God. I'm right for once.
It is not a penalty.
I love it. How is it not a penalty, but Gogsy, can you elaborate?
Well, the fact that I didn't even put in my notes that this week just shows that I did not consider it as a penalty. So
anywhere near it. I agree with you, mate.
Everything else I've got down, but no, this game, no, I don't consider it as a penalty.
I think you obviously hear that phrase, well, he's looking for it, and that's exactly what he's done. He's took one touch here and he's just went, I'm just going to jump into them. For me, it's never, ever a penalty kick, in my personal opinion. Now, Scott Allen, again, in this game of football, he's having another very, very good game so far. He actually starts the first goal off very, very well. He's got the ball. He passes in, continues to run, slots it home, and I thought he was the X factor in this game of football as well. When it all looked like it was gone wrong for Hibs, he kind of rallied everyone with his quality, whether it was pinging passes left to right or even scoring himself. And Hibs, once again, have fallen two goals behind under Jack Ross, but they've came back and came into the game. So that shows his mindset has definitely changed and it's starting to work in the team, because if that was before Jack Ross, I think we all know how that would have finished.
So they unhibsed it.
That's it. They've unhibsed. Hey, well done, Gogsy. There we are. We like to see that. Right, let's move on to the next game then. And I'll actually, sorry, Gogsy, I'm just going to get one of the worst games of the week. There's two, by the way. There's two awful ones, but I'm going to get the next game, and it's going to be Livingston 1, Motherwell 0, and that's going to be the game out. Sorry, Gogs. Now, I've got a wee saying on my show, right, that I actually do it on my own, and then I'll have a wee saying on this show as well. Never, ever, ever bet against Livy at home. I mean, that's me, done and dusted. Gogsy, want to give us your thoughts on this one?
Well, can I just say, we were lucky to get 0, and the bonus was we hit the post.
We were lucky to get 0. I've never heard that expression ever.
We were lucky to get 0, and we had a bonus in hitting the post. That is all. I mean, Gillespie had more saves than I had hot dinners.
That's not a lot.
No.
Look at those arms.
Especially being a student myself. But I think what fucked us in the second half was we changed to a 3 at the back. We took off our only creative out ball in Hilton, and we brought on 2 strikers, and it just went worse from there. Then we bring off Polworth and bring on O'Hara, and as soon as that happens, because O'Hara's not up to speed with the play, Livingston scores straight from that throw-in, and deservedly so.
Was the substitute made on right before that? Like the throw-in was it given?
Literally the next
play.
Throw-in was given, and then we made. It was like when Rangers made a substitution.
I knew you were going to say that when we brought in Lee Wallace in the 94th. Yes. I remember.
Stinking behaviour.
Fucking. See, that whole time I was like, he's building towards a Rangers dig here. I can feel it. I just want to shout out before we continue. Sorry, Gogs, that he cut in there. 19th Commander says, can you shout out my friend Callum Duncan? He's a Rangers fan. Shout out, brother, and thank you so much for the donation as well. I don't know if, obviously, if you're watching today's video instead of listening, you'll know there's going to be some changes with the banners over that. Everyone's saying they're enjoying it, so thanks so much. We are always trying to move on and get the show better. So if there's anything else you think would be helpful to it and improve it and make it better to watch or listen to, let us know and we'll add it to the show as soon as we can. But from another perspective, not one from a Motherwell perspective. Sorry, Gogs. Dev, how did you see this game? Livingston again at home. Dane Bits.
Superb. I just spoke about St Mirren's position in the table in away form. Livingston would be third if it was on home form. They've not conceded a goal at home in 540 minutes, and that was like the 11th of November versus Rangers. So they've been absolutely superb. We pretty much all took Livingston to actually win this game. You just don't back against Livingston when they're at home, and it showed. I think it was 17 shots to 2 in the game. Gillespie put in, I know he's continuously puts in good performances, but that one's got to be up there with his best. for Motherwell because he had to make 6 or 7 just top quality saves, not just your normal kind of run-of-the-mill saves, top quality saves. And Livingston were just like a well-oiled machine as well, creating chances on will. So it was really good. And as you say, Gogsy, Robinson tried to change something because it was just like barrage after a barrage, changed to 3-5-2. That never worked at all. But the only thing that I'd be disappointed from a Motherwell perspective, and if I was Gillespie, I'd be absolutely raging. I know he spoke in his post-match and he said on that they all had to improve. I don't think he had to improve at all. I would be absolutely fuming at the defending from that throw-in because he's put in some performance and they've let the ball bounce in almost the 6-yard box and it
never let it bounce.
You just don't let it bounce. Rule number 1.
Yeah. I wish your team remembered that, to be fair, but on you go, Gogsy.
The funny thing is, the cameraman for Motherwell, when he was filming the goal being scored, all you could hear in the background was, as soon as that bounce happened, all you could hear is, that fucking bounce! And then...
we'll love to see that, and as some people's put in the comment section in today's show, I've actually clicked on them a couple of times to put them in, but I'll put them back in. Connor Mitchell writes in, Livingston have now won 6 home games in a row. Everyone's saying how good their home form is, and that's where the saying came from. You never ever bet against Livingston at home. Why are they so good at home? Why? What's the difference? What is it? The plastic pitch? Because that's something I want to ask, right? Because it's night and day the difference. Is the plastic pitch the extra factor? On you go, Gogsy. Break us down, son.
This season, I believe Livingston have gained 24 points at home and 10 points away.
Like what? Is it the plastic pitch?
If they were anywhere near as good as they are away as they are at home, they would be winning this league. That's scary. It would actually be title contenders if they were able to maintain their home form away from home. They'd be after this league.
Dykes are lifting up the trophy.
Put that through your mind for a minute. So what a job. I mean, we're talking about Livingston have got the least amount of money within this division. They've probably got the least amount of fans, no disrespect to them, in terms of their average attendances. And they just continue to get results. And we're talking about a Motherwell side who have put in some amazing away performances as well. Gogsy, you are probably going to this confident because he's had put in a number of good performances, including a 1-0 away to the team they're chasing for third position in Aberdeen. So the fact that they've just absolutely wiped the floor with Motherwell, gave them no chance whatsoever, not an iota, other than them almost stealing it at the last gasp, just goes to show what a job Gary Hope is doing there. What a job he's doing.
Absolutely.
Can he do better than that though? That's the thing. Like, is he took them as far as he can, or do you think he could potentially get into that top 3?
You know, I've got a feeling it's going to be very Tommy Wright-esque. The chairman, the powers be behind the scenes are going to say, "Oh, he's a good manager. He's keeping us in the league. He's keeping money going. Let's not spend too much because let's just try and get as much as we can." And because he is doing so well, I don't think they'll give him the resources exactly like Tommy Wright. In 5-6 years, we'll be talking about him in the exact same way. Very good manager, very limited resources. Keep his team. Because let's be honest, everyone was saying they were going to go down as soon as they came back up. I picked them 7th because I liked Hawkett and I liked Killie in the goalkeeping position. Yeah. But that's probably the only thing I've ever got right in my entire life that they would stay up. But Willow's actually writes in a very interesting one there. I don't know if it's the Willow Flood. He writes, it's the pitch. Look at Hamilton's home record, Kelly's home record, and Livy's home record. Hamilton would have been relegated years ago without the state of that pitch. So just very briefly, yes or no, does the plastic pitch play an effect in your opinion, Div?
I mean, it does to a certain extent. And right. I think it's just that Livingston are more used to it, but I think it's an absolute disservice to the job that's getting done at Livingston to just put it down to that pitch because they're playing some really nice stuff as well, and it's a level playing field for both teams. And the amount of plastic pitches that there is in the game right now, I feel like some of the top teams should be used to it. They should have played a number of games on it, trained on it. They play against Hamilton, Killie. There's so many. It might be the macaroni. It might be the pre-match.
It could be.
It really could be. It could be that as well. But no, I think it's a disservice to Livingston, the job that's getting done there. It's just down to the pitch. But what I will add is the Livingston boys are so used to it, they're absolute maniacs. Did you see after Taylor Sinclair scored, he slid in his knees?
You didn't slide in plastic.
It's a cheese grater. Everybody knows that's a well-known thing. I mean,
he's a psychopath.
He's a psycho. So that just goes to show you a mindset.
I agree with you pretty much in 99% there, and I just think that they've got more belief in him as well because they have started off so well, and I think there's a lot on the mental side of this game, like the belief, because everyone's been saying, oh, you're really good at home, you really dodge away, and I think that plays in the players' mind, so the players fight harder, I think, and I definitely see a difference than when I watch Livingston play at home, chasing everything down, playing a certain way, than I do at away, where they're a wee bit more like sit back-ish. They're not as brave on the ball. I definitely see a wee bit difference. What about yourself, Gogsy?
Yeah, I completely agree. Like, they're certainly more reserved when they're away from home. Like when I watch them play against us at Far Park, we are pinning them back. It's the complete roles are reversed. Because I don't think Livingston have won at Far Park since 1996, something like that. So. The thing is, I'm reading in the comments here, everyone's debating. It's great to see, but I don't know if we can use AstroTurf as the argument. I mean, we all have that copy argument of, is AstroTurf the right thing to be blaming for your team getting beat? But the thing is, the fixture list is there at the start of the season. We knew we had at least 2 away games at Livingston. We should have been properly prepared. And both games we were fucking shite, and Livingston should have won both, and we actually got a point in the first game.
I remember that game.
But sorry to cut you off, but continue, mate. I'm sorry.
Technically, we've got more points at Livingston this season than Celtic have. So I'll see it as a silver lining.
I hope that continues.
Absolutely class. But I just think that AstroTurf, there's not as much money in the game here in Scotland. I just think AstroTurf is going to become more popular. I think there's going to be more and more AstroTurf pitches coming up. I know myself coming up playing. I played virtually every single game of football on AstroTurf, so I believe a lot of the youth that are coming through right now will be playing on AstroTurf and they'll be used to it. And a lot of the young players that would have played for Motherwell the other day would have played a lot of football on AstroTurf as well. I know there's a point within your development where you do transition onto a good grass pitch, but they're hard to come by at a certain level, and most people
especially in Scotland
playing on AstroTurf. So I just think it's a bit of a sorry excuse, and it's 2 seasons now, so you should be used to it, I believe.
And we've been playing against Kilmarnock and we're playing against Hamilton as well, so the players should be a bit more adjusted to it as well. So I do definitely understand there is a slight difference in the way that they play on plastic. I'd much rather our players be playing on grass and everything like that, but we can't always use that as an excuse. We have to actually give credit to Livingston. They have a wee bit of a different quality at home because they are braver and then they play to their advantages as well. But moving on to the next game, we'll go to yourself then, Sharpdiv. What would you like to talk about?
Let's go to Kilmarnock, Ross County. Now, I actually picked this as my 0-0 of the week. Turned out it was Kilmarnock 3, Ross County 1. The Brophy, he returned in this game pretty much. This was the game.
That's the guy I was talking about last year.
This is a wolf that we all know and we don't love, but we kind of like him, on the show. He's got something about him, and he definitely showed up in this game. I mean, Ross County still went up 1-0 through Viggers with a really good strike in the edge of the box, but the Brofs came back in the second half. He scores a double in 3 minutes, and then Kambamba, sorry if I've absolutely killed that name, gets on the end of a Chris Buck cross, which I'm sure we can also speak about Chris Buck, because his performances since the turn of the year, all season really for Kilmarnock have been top notch. He's not playing like a 37-year-old. He really isn't. I mean, I think I called him Benjamin Button last. Maybe. I think I called him Benjamin Button last week, and I stand by that. He really is, and he's superb.
What about from son? See the Ross County first goal. That is such a good goal. The Big Vigs. That's what I've called him a long time on the channel. But did you see his reaction to the goal? He was just like,
he does that every week.
Aye, what was all that about? Did anybody ken why he was so nonchalant with his celebration?
No idea.
Because it's an absolute screamer. And he just went, I don't know if there's maybe something wrong with him and the team or he's not happy about something, but he rattled that in and just went, fucking,
you couldn't get it any closer to the corner of the net.
Screamer, man. Absolute scream dream. But I got to give credit to Kilmarnock, and let's not beat around the bush. This is absolutely massive for Dyer, who's been under a tremendous amount of pressure. I mean, the stats are all there. The losing record, how bad he's been compared to the previous manager who was sacked. There was even rumblings and talks of Dyer's time being cut short already, even though he was given, obviously, the contract to the end of the season. But there was talks that he might just be booted out already. But that one might just be what Kilmarnock needed, just to get back level. And again, it was a fantastic performance by Big Brobes, or what did I used to call him? What was that I used to call him? Bromby. Was that what I used to call him? It was the big man, and that's what he's better at. He's no like in the centre where he's trying to be Chris Boyd, standing in the middle, trying to play on. He's better drifting out, cutting inside, rattling long shots, being brave on the ball. That's his game style. No trying to copy Chris Boyd and trying to fill that gap. Let's run at the channel, let's cut inside and have some shots. And shout out to Cammy McFarlane as well. He's a long-time viewer of this channel, and he always gets stuck in and gives his team some credit. Digs when it's needed, but he goes, see what Kambamba can do to people. And Cam McFarlane is there. So is there anything else you want to talk about from a Kilmarnock perspective? I
think it's actually interesting the fact that they give him a partner, because a lot of times he's isolated up there and they're only relying on one man to kind of put the service in. And although Chris Buck has been brilliant, I think that the introduction to Kambamba is just changed their attack a wee bit, and he has an eye for goal as well. Yeah, I think that's 2 league goals now for him. So maybe this is a wee partnership that will maybe kickstart Brophy's goal scoring again.
And Kambamba, Kambamba, I think, has got 3 goals in 4 games.
Did he score against Motherwell? Is that the other one?
No, he's no played against Motherwell.
Right, well, he scored a few goals.
He's scoring goals,
just very, very briefly, I think this was a pretty easy for the old referee call because there was a penalty in this game. Was it a penalty for the foul on Chris Buck? I'm just going to go out there and say it's 1,000% a penalty in my opinion.
Absolutely, aye.
Technical referee, I don't think you're going to need to go into a long explanation for this one.
No,
but what do you think?
But there was a question of offside raised by Stuart Kettlewell in the build-up to the penalty decision. But I mean, I've only seen one angle. I don't know. I mean, it's the same side as the linesman, so you'd expect the linesman to get the call correct.
Really?
Well,
being the key word.
So there was a question of offside, but because it wasn't given, let's just say it was a penalty. There you go.
Yeah, and it's definitely big for Big Dyer as well. He's obviously a nice guy behind the scenes as well, so that win will be vital for Kilmarnock. Do we see this now giving him the belief going into the next couple of games? Is this going to be the turning point now for Kilmarnock, in your opinion, Gogs?
Potentially, but a lot's yet to be seen. I don't know who they've got next, but Hearts. Oh,
I know they're coming with all predictions. Another
tight game, so we'll have to see what happens, but for me, it's just potential turnaround so far.
And very, very briefly, just from the Ross County perspective, because it's a weird season, ups, downs, Stuart gets injured, they sort of fall apart. They have that very promising performance versus Celtic, but they probably could and should have took something away for that match with the creative chances against Rangers. They didn't have a shot. They come into this game. It seems to just be an absolute rollercoaster. Are Ross County safe as it is, or is there a slight wee worry that they could get dragged into that battle down there?
Well, certainly a worry, because when you go a number of games and you're not picking up points in division and other teams are in about you, they're getting better, Hearts and such, and even Kilmarnock getting this win, then there's definitely a worry, and nobody's safe down there at the moment. Even Kilmarnock were almost getting dragged into it. So I think Ross County need to really buck up their ideas. They need to tighten up in defence, first and foremost, and try and get more points on under the belt, basically, and then wait for the big player to come back.
Yeah, and he certainly is a big man. He's got 14 goal contributions in only 24 games so far this season one. But on the flip side, his partner, Mackay, we all talked to him, experience, kens the league, scores goals. What's happened to him? He's just completely
not done it. No, he's just not done it. They've actually got, for me, they've got kind of 4 decent strikers in there. I think Spfl has showed good potential at points, and they've also got Lee Irwin as well. Yeah. But these guys just aren't doing it on a consistent basis. Ross County only scoring goals, and that's a problem. So that's what they need to fix.
And Lewis Campbell actually writes in, are there Ross County managers under Ross County managers? Managers. I know. I read that out there. I was like, I don't think he's meaning managers.
No, yes, because there's two.
Trouble?
There's two. Because Ross County they've not got a manager. Am I right? They've got two.
Aye, they've got two.
They've not got a manager. CJ, I'm sorry to break this to you, right? But Ross County have got two managers, mate. They don't have a manager. They have two.
So that's the problem then. Right, they've got two managers, two different philosophies.
It's like the sketch out of Chewing the Fat.
That's exactly what was going on. That's why I started to laugh, obviously.
But they're saying the opposite, so that's the problem. You know, the first manager's getting up and telling the big man to get up and head it, the other one's telling him to sweep, and it's just not happening. And that's why the Broth's getting through and he's scoring a couple of goals in this game and be threatening. So maybe that's what they need to fix. I don't know.
It's all there. Right, let's move on to the next game then. And I don't think Ryan 118's coming, so any games sort of left to be discussed. Gogs and 99er, where are we going next?
Shall we go to Hamilton? Get it out of the way then.
Well, there is a lot to talk about, mate, and we're probably going to be here for a while. So let's
to talk about, and there's nobody here to defend Celtic.
Gogsy, just before you do that, by the way, there's been a donation from the 19th Commander. Donates one. So thank you so much. He says, shout out to Kyle Loudon, who's now engaged to Ali as well. So congratulations as well for everyone. Congrats. Spfl, let's get them on the show. Let's get married on the show. Let's stay it.
Do you know what I find absolutely hilarious at Ibrox? When it's somebody's birthday, it will get played over the microphone. Happy birthday. Let's use Gogsy as an example. Happy birthday, Gogsy, from Dad, Mum, and Stephen Gerrard. Like that absolutely cracks me up. As if Stevie G's like in the back going, happy birthday and stuff. I love that.
Love it, mate.
Popping the champagne and that.
You've got to appreciate it. But on you go, Gogs the 99er, the biggest talking point of the week. Man, there's so much. Good luck.
This game, I did take an extensive amount of notes. You'll be pleased to hear. Yeah. So, of course, Griffiths starts off the game with a sort of wee cheeky stamp, and
cheeky wee
stamp. For me, he should be sent off.
I mean, yes.
He got away with a yellow, and he dragged one of the Aki's players into it as well, and he got a yellow just for fighting back. Then, comment.
No, on you go, mate. Carry on, mate.
Marius Ogumpo gets his second goal of the season. Second goal against Celtic as well to make it 1-0. And then Jamie Hamilton gets sent off for a professional foul, which was last man. So,
you agree with that one?
Yeah, I agree with that one. Even though you may say it may have been soft, a wee cheeky pull back, but he's still pulling him back. He's still denying a goal scoring opportunity, in my opinion. Then Edouard scores that equaliser, and to be honest, the keeper is at fault there. I mean, the fact is, it's right in the middle of the goal.
Mate, I came back, when I saw the goal, I went, that reminds me of that goal the other week we talked about for Motherwell. I mean, we talked about it's exactly the same.
What I'm thinking. It's exactly what I was thinking. But this was worse. I mean, the fact it's not even anywhere near the corner. The referee, the goalkeeper, has just had a mare there.
Yeah, he's messed that up for sure.
Yeah. Then Celtic finally scored again in the 78th minute. Great volley from Julien, in my opinion. Took it like a striker.
I just laugh at some of the thingies.
That's his sixth goal of the season. Edouard got his second on 81 minutes, and James Forrest completes the route with a left-footed stoppage strike to make it 4-1.
Yeah. And before we go into probably talk about the big talking point that everybody's been talking about, I need to give some credit to Hamilton because in the first 35 minutes they were superb. They played really well, and I think that was down to them adopting a more physical game against Celtic. And the three centre backs, I would say the two mainstays, actually were really, really struggling with Ogumpo because he was just putting himself about on Dyer. He was putting himself about on Julien, and those guys do not like a physical game, especially Julien, and they were struggling. Welsh, the young centre back Celtic brought in, I thought looked like the number one. Because the other two, they were just getting bullied. They were getting bullied, and yeah, he gets a goal, and then it all goes shit. it all goes to shit after that, basically.
I'd give you a we shout out to Brian Rice and everything as well, because obviously he's been going through his own thing. The players gone into this game because this is the first game during the suspension. They were dedicating a performance, and I think even though despite obviously getting beat 4-1, I think they could be very, very proud. I'm sure he is proud of these players. They got stuck in. Me very briefly, Lee Griffiths should definitely have been sent off. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's not be like the fucking biased pundits that's everywhere else, poisoning fucking Scottish football and running it into the ground. It's a red card. Stamps. Game changer. Brian Rice has came out and said the exact same thing. But Hamilton continue on. Very, very good opening goal. I agree with... When I first seen it, I was like, how has he been sent off for that? For the Hamilton player. But referee does what he does, and I actually agree with that. The first goal, awful goalkeeping, but he did make up for it later on because Lee Griffiths hit an absolute screamer of a free kick that looked like it was in. But the goalkeeper gets his fingertips there, so I think that was kind of... It kind of makes up for the earlier mistake in there. But there was a couple of other handball incidences as well for Celtic, potentially penalty kicks. What were your thoughts on them? Me personally, I don't think either of them was a penalty.
I agree.
Nah, there's no penalties in there for me.
Right. Next one, obviously we talked already about the free kick. Now, what about the Greg Taylor one? Now, they've strangely not showed this on the Spfl official channel, but Greg Taylor was already on a yellow card, and then he dives in, and I believe it was Alston, Div? It was Alston, wasn't it? He dived in.
It was Alston. It was Alston.
Yeah. And then he didn't obviously receive a second yellow card for that, so he got away with that one. But Julian, he just continues to be a game changer for Celtic, and I think he's been one of the most consistent players and a consistent threat from set pieces. Yes, he got beat for their goal, but look at the technique and the finish to put that level. Brilliant.
Up until that, Julian was not having a good game. None of them were, other than Welsh, who they recalled from Greenock Morton, they weren't having a good game, but he showed up in a big moment, and for long spells of this game, it looked like Hamilton were going to get something out of the game, even with 10 men, because although Edward scores the equaliser, there still was not a response from Celtic, and they weren't creating chances at will when cutting Hamilton open. And it was almost after that goal from Julian, that's when the floodgates opened. Hamilton started to go for it. It took the wind out of them. Hamilton pushed forward, and then Edward turned it on, and that's what he does best. When he's got space, when he's able to run it, defenders and make them commit, it just causes havoc, and before you know it, it's 4-1. It wasn't a 4-1 game. No. It definitely wasn't. But Celtic again just find a way when they don't look good, when they're conceding chances and stuff, and they're missing some players.
Just turn it on like
they still win, and they win convincingly. So and
I do kind of feel, and I'm not just saying it as a Rangers fan, we're actually treat this show with respect majority of the time, apart from the predictions. But there was also an incident before, obviously they took the lead as well, where Lee Griffiths at the edge of the box, and he clearly dives, and the referee sees it, but he didn't give him a second yellow card for that one either. So I can understand the frustrations. I can understand how Hamilton are feeling so completely outdone, because obviously he gets sent off properly. It's a completely different game. But at the end of the day, like you said, Edward turned up and made the difference. Now, thankfully, fucking showed he was human. We're missing that sitter at the end where he had a goal. Because that should have been his hat-trick right there. And I was like, thank Christ. I'm sick of watching that dickhead score.
It's his 18th league goal. 18 league goals.
He's got a very, very composed finish on him, and that's like, he's so calm, collected, and I was just delighted to see him finally miss something, which was fantastic. But Celtic leave it late, but they end up putting 4 by them. But I do feel a wee bit bad for Brian Rice's men that could have and should have went very, very differently.
So many incidents, obviously, and that the referees had to make a call on. The Lee Griffiths one, I must say, originally I thought it was a yellow card when I first seen it. But only on reflection, seeing it from a few different angles. There's one angle that makes it look really bad. There's another angle that makes it look like he's just tapped the guy. Yeah. But originally I did think it was a yellow card. On reflection, when you compare it to other instances that have been given red cards, I think that he should be given a red card in this. And the boy Hamilton as well, to go back to that one, I thought it was very soft as well to begin with, because he just touches Lee Griffiths. As soon as he does, he's down the deck. And we'll go back to the Lee Griffiths. The exact same situation happened again, but this time the boy didn't even touch him, and he dives to the ground. So even if, for argument's sake, the original stamp is deemed a yellow card, Lee Griffiths should have seen red for a dive late on into the second half. So there was a number of incidents in this game, and that's just my kind of take on it.
Yeah, the referee was just pish as always. Like, honestly, we could go through every single game and they generally are pish, but I can understand why they're so frustrated and why Brian Rice is feeling so angry about that refereeing performance, to say the very, very least. But anyway, let's move away from that game, because I think Hamilton definitely sure enough and maybe going to defy the odds once again and stay in the league. Because I know there's always people that line up like, oh, we want Hamilton out the league. But they just continue to grind away. And it looks like it's happening again, boys. That's the performance right there. I know they shipped 4 goals the week before to Livingston. They shipped again, but that performance could give them a wee bit of hope into the next game. But anyway, go yourself, Div. Where would you like to go next?
Well, I believe there's only one game left, isn't there?
Yep.
Rangers 0, Aberdeen 0.
Not
a great game of football. I was at it.
I can't believe what we left as the shittest game of the week for. Like,
I know,
usually we had 6 goal thrillers. We had 4. We leave the shittest game of the week to the last. Makes no sense.
Condolences, mate. Condolences. But no, I was getting at this game. I was looking for a reaction again for the Rangers players. I seen it in spells. There were some players that were trying to up their game, but for me, it wasn't good enough in terms of chances created. Gerrard says that players were missing their spark. Mm-hmm. And they have been since we've came back from Dubai, but I don't think that you should be missing a spark, especially after you go basically top of the table. You've got a game in hand, obviously. If you win that, you go top. You beat your rivals at Celtic Park. Maybe for the Stranraer game, you're just dusting some cobwebs off. But for the Hearts game, certainly, if the alarm bells weren't there, you should be up for that Hearts game. A lot of players say that that's a favourite ground to go and play in, Tynecastle. You should be up for that. And you go and get beat, then it's another lacklustre performance. And the writing was on the wall. There wasn't enough chances created. Rangers badly missing some key players, but Aberdeen made it tough. They had a massive chance with Sam Cosgrove from a mistake from Nico Katic, which he should have scored, but Alan McGregor just does what he does best. Kind of fakes going back. He takes a heavy touch and he's out on it. They also had a massive, brilliant goalkeeping. Honestly, I didn't expect him to be as good as he was when he came back to Rangers, but he's just been doubly as good, which is just absolutely scary. And then he makes another big save the second half from Ash Taylor, which I think he should score. And the Arfield chance is probably the other key chance to match, but that's probably a harder one to take. And the Morelos one, guys, what's your thoughts on that? I know you two are strikers. Mm-hmm. Should Alfredo Morelos, if he wants to go on and live and be this top player and stuff, should he be scoring that opportunity?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, I'm not trying to take anything away from Joe Lewis or anything like that, but Morelos does his job for him because he kicks it down. Like, why is he kicking it down towards the goalkeeper who's on the ground? The ball's in the air. If he just hits it straight, he's probably scored, because it's obviously he's only got his arm. It depends obviously where Joe. He actually kicks it downward into the goalkeeper, and I just thought he showed his rust there. Obviously, he's not played a lot of football. Absolutely. He had some minutes earlier the week because of the substitution. There's all this, his calf injury. Is he fit? Is he no fit? There's all these stuff about Alfredo Morelos. But at that moment, in the big moment, he just could not put the ball in at the back of net. And where he was so lethal earlier on in the season, that break where he's not been able to play football, looks like it's going to take him just a little bit of time to get back at it. Because I didn't even think he had a good game, if I'm honest.
No, he didn't, mate. But that's something you would expect for a player coming back that's not kicked a ball in a month, basically. Yeah. And for me, Rangers should not be relying on this guy, especially in this game, just to be the guy who bails you out and he gets the goals. He only really had one chance in the match, and it probably was the best chance for Rangers in the match.
Definitely, biggest.
But he does take it. I just think there should be more, and a lot of people are talking about Matt Polster's performances.
Yep.
And do you know what? I'm going to sit here, give him all the credit in the world. Absolutely amazing. He's been Rangers' best player in the last 3 games for me. Hearts, he comes on. He's superb. Midweek, he was my man of the match. Obviously, Alan McGregor probably takes it from him in this game. But for me, he was absolutely amazing. But Rangers are missing James Tavernier.
I knew it was coming.
Absolutely, because what you're finding is teams are almost allowing Matty Polster to get the ball. He's got all the space in the world. Yes, he's looking very composed and stuff, but he's not got the end product that James Tavernier's got. So teams are allowing him to have the ball, and what they're doing is they're high-pressing Rangers, and they're absolutely congesting the life out of the midfield. So what Rangers have been known for so far this season is their interplay in the midfield. If we want to play through there, if they do want to make it narrow, we go to James Tavernier, we go to Borna Barisic. There's so much width in the play. Without James Tavernier, you are missing a hell of a lot. So the midfield is just so congested, they can't play. So then that's resulting in our two centre halves with the ball, and they're the ones that are having to play out the key passes, and that just shouldn't be happening, because then they get made to look like mugs because they're getting the ball away left, right, and centre. So Gerrard needs to find a solution to when key players are missing.
That's the problem. Yeah.
Can Rangers adapt? Can Rangers come up with another game plan to beat teams when you're missing these key players? That's what Rangers need to get better at, because so far it looks like Rangers have been exposed in the last 4 or 5 games when they're missing key players.
You've kind of touched on something I was going to bring up, man. It's kind of leads weirdly a perfect transition that we didn't plan, by the way. But just looking at Rangers when they have dropped points, the 2-1 loss to Hearts were without Morelos, Tav and Jack. The 0-0 with Aberdeen, no Jack or Tav. The 2-2 with Aberdeen early on the season was without Barisic. The 1-1 with Hearts, there was no Jack. The 1-loss cup final had no Stephen Davis. And the 2-1 loss to Young Boys only happened after Ryan Jack was injured. There seems to be a problem that as soon as we lose one of our big three, Rangers just cannot cope, and other players need to start stepping up. And I think that's one of the biggest problems with Rangers right now is we all can get frustrated with Tav at times, but what he adds to the team, Gogs, I think you even agree, it's quite plain to see there's just not a right-hand side of foot Tavernier. He is one of the best players in the country for a reason.
And now I just hope Rangers fans are able to accept that this guy is a top player and still give him a lot of criticism, and also realise he is our leader. Because he comes under a lot of scrutiny as no being a captain and no being this and that. But when we're missing Tav, I'm looking about and I'm struggling to see guys that are out there being vocal other than a goalkeeper.
Definitely.
When I watch Tav, when I'm actually at the games and stuff, he doesn't shut up. He doesn't give anybody a moment's peace, even if it's his fault. And he just lifts the full play. So I can't wait for him to be back and see if he's able to make a difference.
He should be back in the starting 11 for Wednesday, which is obviously unfortunate for Polster, but you need to bring your captain back in. From an outsider perspective, Gogs, what's going on with Rangers? Like obviously, Div's kind of talked about like missing players. Like, what do you see that's different since Tavernier's fell at this team?
I don't know, but the way I see it is Rangers have been a bit sloppy since the break, and it's been like there's always a couple of teams that are always a bit lethargic when they come back from not playing for a couple of weeks. But I thought Rangers would be one of these teams that would just be absolutely sound after a break and just be refreshed and come back and kick on. So I'm just really surprised. But I mean, I don't know what's going on with Rangers. I'd imagine you would have a better idea than I do. But I just want to bring up in the game, Sam Cosgrove missed 2 fantastic opportunities. Big style. The one where he just missed the ball completely, and the one he's one-on-one with McGregor, and he takes that elephant touch, and McGregor closes him down. I'm just glad Aberdeen didn't win.
The one time Gogs he cheered on Rangers to win, me fucking let them do the drop. Right, so we've kind of talked about how Rangers being poor in a game. We're not taking anything. Anyone that actually watched the full video yesterday also knows that I was blaming the Rangers players, not the ref. But I mean, Jesus H Christ, how's Cosgrove even on the field to be dangerous for the majority of that game? Gogs, you're the referee here.
Right, here we go. For a start, he should be booked for persistent fouling after 4 or 5 fouls.
How many fouls did he do in the game, Gogs?
Apparently, it was double figures. So there's.
It was at least 9 where he was given, and Ilya was playing advantage. 9.
I mean, it's down to the discretion of the referee to see the severity of the fouls that he causes. But after 4 or 5, you should be looking at a booking at least. Anything more, well, I don't know, but I don't want to bring in any other players to this scenario, but I remember a certain Rangers player took 6 fouls to get booked against Motherwell.
Big Cosgrove's got 3 more.
So Cosgrove's got 3 more, so he should be at least be booked. But I mean, he's one of these players that jumps. When he jumps, he's got the elbows up as well. We've seen that in Dyer, we've seen that in Ryan Bowman, who played for Motherwell as well. It's been booked for similar situations. So I just don't know that there is a lack of consistency. Thank you. And we all know that. We all say that at least 5 times in every show. There's
every fucking show, man.
The problem with a lot of the fouls in Cosgroves are that they aren't eye-catching. They're just the smallest wee things and stuff like that. But I've actually got more issue with the Shea Logan tackles not being yellow carded, and some of the Rangers players getting booked straight away. There was one in the first half where he was turned and it was his first tackle. Could have been a yellow because of the positioning that it was, but straight away in the second half, he does the exact same thing in the edge of the box. You think there's going to be a card, and there isn't. The Rangers fans were really, really frustrated. Really frustrated at the referee, but listen, at the end of the day, I still think Rangers should be doing better. Like
they have to be doing better.
100%, because we still had some opportunities. We still had some opportunities.
Sorry, I just want to ask one more time before we move on to the next subject. Gogs, as a referee, right, if you say there's no contact, right, because Scotty Arfield was at the edge of the box, the boy comes up, he clearly elbows him in the face, but the referee goes, no contact. But
he's on a yellow, by the way.
I know, he's also on a yellow, but 15, 20 seconds later, he then has to stop the play, Gogs, because Scott Arfield's face is cut, but there was no contact. Like, what's going on? Like, what the fuck is the ref playing it? What's that? I don't know,
but he's got to bring the ball back, and
I think he actually catched him his head. Sorry.
Well, if you call it, I mean, if the referee sees it as incidental and it's not deliberate, then I don't think there's much he can do. But I mean, as the play has moved on, he's got to bring the ball back if there's a head injury. And
I love that he's like, "There's no foul." Then 30 seconds is like, "Oh fuck, he's actually cut for that no foul." All right, bring it back.
Can I also answer a comment saying that not every foul is a yellow card from Rebel 7? Well, I'm very much aware of that, but the thing is, when there's a build-up of the amount of fouls, then there is in the rules that a player can be booked for persistent fouling.
Yeah.
We also seen Gerrard bring on Hadji to change the game. Originally, the first one was Ojo, which I've got to say, this boy is not fit to wear the Rangers jersey. To me, he looks like a reserve player most of the time when I see him, and he's the first port of call to come onto the park. The second one's Hadji. He's the second one to come on, which me personally, going into the game, I thought he wouldn't have seen any of the game unless Rangers were winning, because he doesn't know the league, he doesn't know the players, but he comes on to change the game. Then the only guy that I think probably could have made a difference, Canberra, who made a lot of promising runs when he came on, gets about 8 minutes, and he's through one-on-one. I know it's offside, but the substitutions and the tactics have got to come under question for Gerrard here. So did they. And they weren't good enough, so they need to improve as well. When we go to Wednesday night, I'm hoping to see some players dropped. Yep. Especially in the midfield.
Right, and that connects me perfectly, because we all know who your favourite Rangers player is. You absolutely idolise him. His name's Stephen Davis. And at his peak, as I've said, he's at what he does, he's the best. But since he's came back for the winter break, he's not kicked a football. And him and Kamara are just so off the pace. And there needs to be one dropping out of that squad, in my personal opinion, for Wednesday. Who would that be, Div?
For me, it's Glenn Kamara. I'm taking Glenn Kamara out there. I'm keeping Stephen Davis because against Aberdeen, poor again, but he's trying. He's running about and stuff. With Glenn Kamara, with his forward passes, they're not good enough either. But at least he's had a shot and stuff. It could be either or of them. It could be Stephen Davis or it could be Glenn Kamara. Me personally, I don't think you need Glenn Kamara for games where the team are sitting in and you've got most of the ball. Rangers, I think, had 68% possession. So I don't think you need Glenn Kamara in a game like that, because he doesn't give you it going forward. Nothing at all. And he doesn't control a game of football. He's there to nullify. So going into these sort of games, I would have him out personally and bring him in for the bigger games. But it could be either or. It could even be guys like Ryan Kent, because he needs to start offering more as well.
Yeah, Greggy Stewart's got to be knocking on the door, given how poor the wingers have. Yeah, definitely. So from Rangers' perspective, again, slow, very sluggish. But again, against Aberdeen, like, it just continues to be the team that Rangers just struggle to beat. And obviously, I wouldn't really there's no panic stations or anything for them. Again, there's going to be loads of twists and tails. There's so many stuff. I still stand by that. Even when we bet Celtic, I said that on this show. But Rangers need to figure out a way and get over this mental block, because Gerrard's his win ratio versus Aberdeen is 27%, which is his lowest against anyone, and that's just not good enough at all. We all know what they're going to bring, and that's not me not taking anything away from Aberdeen. They're strong, they're physical, they make it difficult, but they show us what they're going to do. I know, but it's only Rangers to actually combat that and beat it, and they're just not getting it done. So a lot of eyes are going to go on Wednesday night, because we know how Hibs like to play against us. We've played them recently in that as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what Gerrard does for changes, because I definitely think changes need to be made. We keep hearing there's competition for places, this and this, when someone isn't performing. But people aren't performing. Where's the fucking changes? Where's the chances for other people? But Tavernier's back, so we'll see what difference that makes on Wednesday night, and we'll look forward to breaking that down. But with that being said, that is all the games broken down and discussed. Now we have the goal of the week, so make sure you get involved in the comment section below. Gogsy, we'll go to yourself, mate. What was your goal of the week?
I'm taking Sean Clare's goal for Hearts. The fact it was the last minute, and there was a pile driver from 20 odd yards.
Pile driver.
Yeah.
I don't know why I done that accent. I don't know what happened there, but we'll carry on. Div?
I've got to go with Clare as well. Sorry, guys, but to not get a bit of versatility, I think last minute of the football match, and he's hit that so sweetly. I know that Tommy Wright was absolutely furious. We never touched on it, with the fact that it should have been a St Johnstone throw, and there was a foul by Uche Ikpeazu. But listen, can't take it in away for Clare's strike. It's amazing, brilliant.
Definitely. Well, if Morelos had hit it anywhere else, it would have been that, because of the ball for Connor Goldton's absolutely on the money. But I'm trying to think of someone different, but I had on my list, it had to be Clare. It's got to be, because even at that time of the game, he hit that half volley. Like, you know what I mean? Even having the balls, like, that's what we talk about. We need someone to step up. We need somebody there who's willing to have a shot. That's 91 minutes on the clock, or whatever it was, right? And he's hitting that on a half volley, kind of on the turn. Like, you talk about balls, and he's actually got it. No willing to pass the buck to someone else, or there's another striker on the field, let's kick it to him. Having the balls to do that, for me, it was an absolutely brilliant goal for him. And a lot of people sort of agreeing. You got the Dugout channel saying the Edward free kick versus Hamlin. And some people talk about epic finish from Clare as well. But that's kind of it then. Agreeing with the 5 goals. Now we need to go to our players of the week. And this one, I'm going to be honest, lads, with the amount of goals that was scored and individual performances, I probably struggled more this week than I ever have. And I've got to be honest with you, there's 2 spots that I didn't know where I'm going to go. So we'll go with yourself, Div. What would you like to start
pretty much, I've got a nailed on top 5, but I had about 10 other players that I thought had absolutely amazing weekends. But I'll start at number 5. I've gave it to Gogic, who played for Hamilton versus Celtic. This guy was absolutely amazing. He never missed one ball, really, up until the floodgates started to open, and it was a 10-man Hamilton. He was amazing. He was in central defensive mid, then he moved back to centre-back. Outstanding performance for him. Could not leave him out. At number 4, I've went with Edward, simply for the fact he gets a brace. He turns it on when he does. His second goal is absolutely amazing as well. It's a great goal. Good team goal. Number 3, Gillespie. The amount of saves that he put in this game, he just needs to be involved.
A cricket score.
Amazing. It could have been a cricket score. It really could have. Number 2, I've went with the Broths, because he's back in the score sheet, and not only did he score 2 goals, he was involved in a lot of the play. He had a number of other opportunities, so I've went for him at number 2. And in number 1, I've went with the man, the myth, the legend, the man who may be on your wall next week. He's shut. Not him.
Who knows?
Stevie, May. What a game. Outstanding.
Gogsy, we'll go to your last, mate. I'm going to go off with the next one, if you didn't mind.
That's all right.
Number 5, I'll start with a Motherwell guy, though, for you. Gillespie. Had to be. Like, genuinely, like, he was literally one of my first names I put on. It's just unfortunate. Because he lost, he kind of dropped down a little bit. But the next player actually also lost, and that was Gogic. I thought he was outstanding. Number 3, believe it or not, I'm actually going to go with another Hamilton player. I'm going to go with the centre forward for Hammond, because every minute he was on the park, they were obviously we still 1 each. I thought he tore Julian and the other centre half. Sorry, I'm blanking on his name right now. A new one. He scored the goal. He was powerful. He was running the channel. He was coming back. He was winning it. How do you pronounce the game? Is it
Okumpo?
Okumpo. Yeah, he was absolutely standing. That is very, very encouraging from a Hamilton perspective. They only lost that game as soon as he went off, because they no longer had an out ball. to deal with Celtic's pressure, because what they do is Celtic would pile pressure, they would punt it to him, and he would outmuscle the two centre halves and cause
He was
problems.
too tired, man. He was knackered.
He gave everything to the game, so I'm going to give a wee bit of respect to him. My number 2 is actually going to be Edouard for Celtic. Again, does the business. Obviously, the first one, you've got to look at the goalkeeper, but hitting the target for a set piece, maybe fucking try it sometime, Rangers. And number 1, has to be the man, the myth, the Stevie, May. Sorry, Brofs, but the man's got to be there. What an athlete. What an athlete.
What an athlete, yes.
I want to live in the universe where that half volley went in. That's the universe I want to be in, because that would be sensational if I could go back to that one. But anyway, that's my top 5 players of the week. Gogsy?
Mine is number 5, Eamon Brophy, with his 2 goals. Number 4, I've gone Gillespie. I mean, without him, it would have been double figures. Number 3, insert any Livingston player here. Number 2, any of them. Number 2, Edouard, and number 1, Stevie May.
Yes!
Hat-trick of Stevie Mays.
The Maester. You've got to love him. What a fucking man. What a man. The Dugout Football Channel writes in Stevie May at number 5. Come on now. Sort that out. 4 Edouard, 3 Bartlett, 2 Pittman, and 1 Gillespie. You've got Tony Murray writes in Claire, Taylor, Gillespie, May, and Edouard. Cammy McFarlane writes in Gogic, Edouard, Brophy, Gillespie, and Kabamba. Yeah, Kabamba was very, very good. And Brofs, sorry mate, you just literally missed out. Dynamite, Eddie writes in Brofs, Chrissy Buck. Also, just missed out. Fun fact about Chrissy Buck, by the way, since the turn of the year, coming into this, we talk about starting slow and all that. Chris Buck has 10 assists. Yes, he got 6 in one game, but still, it's very impressive. So done it very good. Very, very impressive. Right, let's go on with the prediction on then, and let's stop Ryan, because he's won fucking 3 weekends in a row now. I can't be asked for this.
I know.
All right, because there's jokes there. If he starts winning a couple more, I don't want to be involved in. So,
me neither.
Right, come on now, boys. Right, I don't even care if it's me.
I'm meaning business this week. Yous better be too, because we need to take this off this dafty. He's not even turned up to any show that he's won. He's been saying that in the WhatsApp chat. But anyway, Aberdeen versus St Johnstone. Gogsy, what is going to happen here? And it better be the right prediction.
Hopefully, well, I'm going to go with my heart here. I'm going to say 1-0 St Johnstone.
Wow. Stephen.
Who's going to score?
Stevie May is going to score.
Yes.
Aberdeen haven't won in 4 league games. Just keep that in mind.
Yes.
We appreciate
no scored in 2 either. Right. I'm actually going to go with an Aberdeen win. Though I think that they'll just have too much at home. I'm going 2-1. I think Stevie will continue to absolutely go through defences. I'm not going to lie. CJ, what's your prediction?
Well, just looking at Aberdeen, obviously, because fresh off the game with the preview and everything, their games either finish 1-0, 2-0, or 0-0. There's never any more goals than that. So I'm playing it smart this week. So I'm going to think 1-0 Aberdeen. That's where I'm going.
1-0.
Sorry, Stevie May.
I like that.
I think you're going to drop Stevie May. That's why they're not winning. Think about it. That's what's happening there. A couple of people. Connor Mitchell goes 2. They probably will drop him. 2-1 to St Johnstone. You've got Exotic. Flames. He writes in 2-0 to Aberdeen. You've got Cole Taylor writing 1-0 to St Johnstone. Luke writes in 2-0 to Aberdeen. Ian Graves goes for one we all love, a score draw. Adam writes in 2-0 to Aberdeen. And the last one comes in for Big DM, the man is always here, 1-0 to St Johnstone.
Right, the next game's at Tynecastle. It's Hearts versus Kilmarnock. I'll kick us off in this. I actually found it pretty hard, obviously, Kilmarnock coming off a good result. But I do think Hearts will kick on. They need to start winning some games, so I'm going to go 2-0 to Hearts in this game. CJ?
I actually think the same, mate, but believe it or not, I'm going to go with the same scoreline I just said. 1-0 Hearts.
1-0.
1-0.
I like that. Boise.
Kilmarnock have a really good record at Tynecastle, so I'm going to go for a 2-each draw.
I like that.
We go.
The balls on that. Don't stop fucking about predicting 4 goals, eh? We're trying to beat Ryan here. All right. We all know 2-2 is going to happen in Scottish football. Then he pointed at the Hibs result. Doesn't matter. And Adam writes in 0-0. Aye. All right. Then he fucking chip in.
Sorry.
The Doug writes in 1-1 Tony writes in 2-1 to Hearts. Luke goes 0-0 of these week. There he is. There's Luke's 0-0 of the week. We love to see that. Long-time viewer. We like to see that, Luke. Thanks so much for that. Rebel 7 writes in 3-1 to the Jambos. And the last one coming in from Liam G, and he writes in 2-1 to Hearts. Channel favourite there.
Well, the next game is your boys, Gogsy. It's Motherwell versus Celtic, so kick us off, mate.
Ken, what?
Who's that?
You know what? I'm gonna listen to my heart again.
Say it.
Rolando Aarons, new signing, is gonna come in and score. We're gonna draw one each.
That's what's gonna happen. I love it.
Oh no.
Typical Motherwell, get beat by Livingston, get something off Celtic.
Yes.
I don't agree with you, Gogsy. I'm sorry. I wish I did.
Wait, you're saying we're going to win?
No, absolutely not, actually. Because I need to take this for Ryan. I can't be letting this wee fiend be winning. I just can't. For the sake of humanity. So we're going 2-0 Celtic. What you saying, CJ?
To be fair, mate, I've been needing a little boost, and what Gogsy just said there was like the speech for Any Given Sunday by Al Pacino. I'm fucking fired up now. That's it. I'm feeling. All right. So you ken what's going to happen, Gogsy? Who do you think's going to play up front for Motherwell against Celtic?
That's what I mean.
We'll have a front three of Mikel and Jolie spearheading the attack.
Yep.
Rolando Aarons left wing, and we'll have Chrissy Long on the right.
Right. So this is what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Right? It's going to finish. Motherwell 1. Celtic 1, Chris Long goal. And do you ken what's going to happen when that happens? He's going to be fucking right up there for the game. Right there. Longster. That's who's going to be there.
The Longster.
The Longster. That's what he's called from now on. He's up there. What a goal. What an athlete as well. Sorry, Dev, they might be on you now to catch Ryan, but I'm going for it. All right, I'm feeling hyped. Kerr writes in 2-1 to Motherwell. So there is a 1-0 Motherwell. We love to see it, boys. Rebel writes in 5-0 to the Hoops. Fair enough. Billy B writes in 4-1 to Celtic. That's probably going to happen. Chrissy writes in 2-0 to Celtic. Rangers.
Sugarcoat it.
Rangers writes in Motherwell to win 2-1.
That would be glorious. It really would.
Would be. Love it. Next one.
The next one is Rangers versus Hibs. And CJ, I know you always like to kick us off, mate. So on you go.
Aye, so as you know, I'm always vocal with my predictions on this show, but for a change, I'm actually just going to say, wait till tomorrow's video where we preview it and predict it. Anyway, I'm done.
I'm hoping you're confident, though. Mate, I'm not that confident, I'm not going to lie, which is why I'm going...
Playing amazing.
I'm not confident at all, so that is why I'm actually going with Hibs 1, Rangers 2. Because I'm just
nearly killed my buzz there.
We need 3 points at all costs. 3 points needs to be attained. Gogsy, what are you saying?
I'm going to go for a 2 each draw here.
I hate you. I hate everything about you.
It.
I hate your hair. I hate your t-shirt and your bed sheets.
I didn't actually hate your t-shirt. I like your t-shirt, but hate you.
I didn't get the memo.
That's it. Okay, you know, he's one of us. I gave you my prediction, didn't I? Aye. Luke Rice in 1-0 to Rangers. Dynamite Harry writes in 2-1 to the famous. Tony writes in 4-0 to Rangers. Redwood Squirrel writes 2-0. Tav Brace. We would love to see that. The Dugout Football Channel. Sorry, mate. I don't know where your original company is. He goes 2-0 with Morelos and Connor Goldson. The Evil Scotsman writes in Hadji 1 goal and 1 assist. I think he's meaning 2-0 there, possibly, if I can't find his original comment, which I can't. Sorry, brother. And Michael writes in 1. No, I'm not finishing on Michael. Okay, Michael, you fucked that. Okay. It's Lewis writes in 4-1 to Rangers. Top. Have a word with yourself, Michael. Come on. Right, next one.
Ross County versus Livingston. We'll get to see if Livingston are any good and if it is just a pitch. I'm going to side on the fact that they are good, and I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory to Livingston away. Nice. What do you guys think?
Who first? Go.
Anybody, whatever, just jump in.
On you go, Ghost. I'll let you go first.
Okay. You knew it, but anyway. We'll go 2-1 Ross County.
2-1 Ross County. Wow.
And ladies and gentlemen, there's a wee thing we like to do on the show. It's called the 0-0 of the week. This is it. This is it for me. 0-0. I have to go for it. It's written away the stars. Livingston couldn't have kicked their own arse away for him. And yeah, 0-0. Cole writes in 1-0 to County, so he's expecting a closer game. Chrissy goes 2-1. Luke goes a draw, but he's going for a score draw. There he is. Where is it? Oh, I missed his one. Draw of the week. 0-0 of the week there. McDowell. Redwood Squirrel writes in 2-0 to Livy. Mark.
Sorry.
Mate.
Didn't Livingston win 4-1 in this fixture earlier on in the season?
Listen, Gogsy, didn't he fucking go back to the past? That was last decade, son. All right, we've moved on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, that was a decade ago. Get over it. Mark writes in 2-1, and Jamie Milne also agrees with that by going 2-1 to Ross County. There we are.
Last one, St Mirren versus Hamilton.
Yeah.
And you've just gave your 0-0 of the week away, so I'm intrigued what you're going to say here, CJ.
Really? Well, you ken me. I've got a wee bit of soft spot for how St Mirren play, and I just feel like the boss will hit off him really well. He's going to get back amongst the goals.
You think Jonathan is going to?
Oh, big man. Big Obi's in it. He's going to grab a double in this game. It's going to finish 2-1.
Wow. That's a goal fest, by the way. An absolute goal fest. I've not got a 0-0 this week, which is, I don't know why, because I'm trying to win maybe, but there always is a 0-0.
There's literally always
I'm going to go St Mirren.
We've done it.
St Mirren 1-0. St Mirren to win this. Sorry, Hammer.
Sorry, Hammer.
Gogsy. Sorry, Dougie.
I'm going Obika 1-0 as
Hit
well.
off him in the last minute.
Yeah.
Innit?
Yeah, it's good. It's good to happen.
Ken how it's going to happen? There's going to be a scramble in the box, right? Hamlet's going to try and boot the ball away. It's going to hit off him as he jumps round, hit off his arse, chip the goalkeeper. Game over. I'm calling it. That's it. That's an extra point. Liam goes 1-0. Big old last minute winner. I like to see that. Jamie Milne's racing 2-1. Ian actually goes for 2-2. Adam's gone 3 each. Jesus, I'm way off of my 0-0 hang. The Dugout Football Channel, sorry, I went 2-1, writes in 1-0 to St Mirren. And the last one we'll read out comes from Kerr. And he goes 1-0, 89th minute for Hammond. I'll tell you something, Kerr, if that's right, fair play. But anyway, that's us all done and dusty for an action-packed week of Scottish football. We will obviously be back next week. Thank you so much for tuning in and getting involved. As always, if you didn't mind hitting a like on the stream as well, it shows that you obviously want to see the show continue. It helps others find it. But before we wrap up, I want to tell them where they can find you on the internet, Gogsy99er.
On YouTube at Gogsy99 and on Instagram at GogsySan.
San. And Devaniel?
You can find me on LinkedIn at sharpdiv79.
What's your LinkedIn profile? Show me it.
You want to see my LinkedIn profile?
No, actually, act it out. I want to see the difference in your face. That's it. Brilliant. What's your next profile? Go for it.
I'm not showing you Tinder. I mean, I'll show you after.
All right, okay. And we want to tell you where you can find you on your TikTok, because I had a look, and I've got to be honest with you, I like it.
You like my TikTok? Oh, I love it. But you can find me on TikTok at sharpdiv with 2 V's.
Got it.
Get an exclusive interview with Alfredo on there, like an intimate conversation. That's my latest one.
And as always, I've been CJ over 92. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow with a preview and breakdown of Hibs. And bye.